everyone. The iPhone 11 has been out for a little bit of time now, so I wanted to go and compare it in 2023 against the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and see which particular phone is the better one for you. The first thing I'll tell you though, I'm recording this right now in an airport, so it might be a little loud in the background, but that's just part of the ambience, I guess, as of right now. Now, the iPhone 11 and the Galaxy Note 10 both came out in 2019. They're both, very, old iPhones and phones just in general. But also the other thing, they're both not being sold right now by their carriers. So you can't really buy these phones brand new unless you find like a sealed one somehow on eBay or something. But I will tell you, I like both these phones a lot, and both these phones were actually very, very impactful. Now with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, this one came out a little bit earlier than the iPhone 11. The Note 10 had a 6.3-inch dynamic AMOLED display, and it was a very, very good panel. I like this panel a lot, and it still looks very, very good. Like, it still is a very good display, 1080p, and it's a whole bunch display too. It looks so much better than the iPhone 11, it's not even funny. But I do think Samsung did a really good job on this particular display. And I mean, it was probably the best panel. Maybe the OnePlus 7 Pro had a better panel in some ways, but this one had a really, really good panel for sure. The iPhone 11 has a 6.1-inch Retina IPS panel. It's a low resolution. It doesn't look as good, and it's an IPS panel as well. Definitely not the best looking panel of all time, and I definitely do think that Apple at that time could have done a little bit better. We now know they could have done better because they've switched up their panel quite a bit now, but I will tell you, even in this day and age, the iPhone 11's panel is not terrible, but you're definitely getting a far better panel on something like the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 than from something like the iPhone 11. Now we're getting USB Type-C on the bottom of the Note 10, the iPhone 11 has Lightning port on the backside, glass backs on both these, which is great. Not really a frosted glass back, but they both look very, very good. And you're getting the camera setups. So you're getting that S Pen on the Note 10 as well. And I will tell you, overall, both are great. I definitely do like both of them, but the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 looks so much better than the iPhone 11 for sure. Now, in terms of the camera setups, dual camera setup on the iPhone 11, triple camera setup on the Galaxy Note 10. So you're getting the ultra-wide telephoto lens capability on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10. The iPhone 11 just has that wide and ultra-wide camera. So in my perspective, you are definitely getting the overall better camera setup again on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 than the iPhone 11. And I mean, even though you were getting 4K at 60 on the front and the back of both these devices, I definitely would say the Note 10 definitely far better here for a fact. Now, software-wise, this is probably the one area where the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 kind of lacks in. Although it was getting Android, 12, and it kind of lasted for quite a bit of time, the iPhone 11 definitely lasted for a longer period of time for sure. So this was a very, very big reason why I look at something like the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, and I'm kind of saddened by it. Like, I definitely do think Samsung could have done a little bit of a better job here with their software updates, and we're kind of stuck in the situation where, like, the iPhone 11, even though it came out at the same time as that Note 10, is pretty much still getting software support and is still very much worth it, where the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 really isn't worth it from that perspective, which is kind of a sad thing. Now, in terms of a performance standpoint, the iPhone 11 and the Galaxy Note 10, very different in this specific perspective as well. So with something like the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, you're basically getting that Snapdragon 855 chipset with 8 gigs of RAM, where the iPhone 11 had that Apple A13 Bionic chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM. And what I will tell you here is that this particular device is probably a little bit better. I would say the Note 10 in some ways is probably the better one here, just in terms of overall performance, but the iPhone 11 is probably the smoother one, and the one that probably stands the test of time for a few more people, at least from what I can see. So this in and of itself is probably one of the bigger things to keep in mind here too. And I would probably say from a performance standpoint, both are great, but I think the Note 10 might be better in terms of an overall performance, but this iPhone 11 is definitely a much smoother device in every single area. So that pretty much covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.